but how will all of these cues impact our own markets? And it was a very, very sharp sell-off in yesterday's trading session for the Indian markets. And we almost until last week, we were talking about new highs on the Nifty Bank. But in just 4 trading sessions now, everything has just reversed. And you can pull that graphic up to show how much the Nifty and the Nifty Bank has cooled off from Thursday's highs. And you can see the Nifty is down almost 1,000 points from the highs on from Thursday's high, of which was 26,277. The Nifty has fallen almost 1,000 points. The Nifty Bank, though, has gone one better, and it has declined 2,500 points from the highs that it had made on Thursday, which was 54,467. And the Nifty Bank, you pull bring that graphic back up, and then you can see on your screens until from the 11th of September, that 8-day rally that the Nifty Bank had seen, these were the stocks that gained the most. Axis Bank was up 8%, HDFC Bank was up 8.5%. And you take the flip side of the other side of the screen, Axis Bank has given up all those gains in the last 4 sessions. HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, both of them have given up most of those gains. Both are down 6% each in the last 4 trading sessions, and the bigger contributors to the downside as well. Now, what led to that 10 lakh crore rout that we saw in yesterday's trading session? Of course, the escalating tensions between Iran and Israel continue to remain an overhang. The rise in oil prices as well, that started some sentiments because the OMCs and all of the oil sensitives took a bit of a beating in yesterday's trading session. And the money moving out from India into the Chinese markets because of the rally that we are seeing in China. Even in yesterday's trading session, the FPI sold almost 15,000 crore in the cash market, and over the last few trading sessions, that sell-off has been almost $3 billion, and even almost $2 billion came in yesterday's session as well. Adrian Movat, we spoke to him yesterday. Even he mentioned that tactical money is moving out of India into the Chinese markets. Now, that you can see on your screens as well, 600 million on the first, 767 million last week, and now yesterday's trading session, almost $2 billion. So relentless selling from FIIs, that is adding to the pressure. For the week, the Nifty is down 3.5%, and if we remain in this path, this might just turn out to be the worst week for the index in 2024. The Nifty Bank too down almost 4%, giving up almost all the gains that it has seen. The Nifty, the important levels to watch, of course, now you go into that cluster of supports between 25,100 to 25,000, and then you get to the September swing low, which was 24,750. Some important levels to keep an eye out there. Of course, we can see some business updates continue. We'll see if there is any bounce from those oversold levels as well, and some non-farm payrolls data. That is an important one to track in today's session. But for now, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly negative start for our own markets. But let's move across now to Winnie, who has a lot of business updates in the stocks to watch out for this morning. Winnie, good morning.
Good morning. A lot of business updates, rightly said. So let's start with Avenue Supermart. Not an exciting one that's coming in for Q2 in terms of a business update. Revenues at 14,000 crores approximately is what we're watching out for in Q2. But key is going to be what to watch out for in terms of the gross margin, the general merchandise mix, which has been impacting the company in the past few quarters. So, is that improving? Any trend on that front? Though the number of stores that they're standing at right now as of September 30th, 2024 is 377. Keep an eye out on overall the earnings that will come out. But we're expecting Avenue Supermart not to do well today in trade. Aarti Drugs have received a UK MHRA certificate from the GMP compliance of manufacturing for its Buddy facility for its arm, which it has. So yes, keeping an eye on that. Bajaj Finance, again, not great, a good number in terms of AUM growth that we're seeing. 29% AUM growth. Deposit book has seen a growth of 21%. Loan book growth has seen a growth. But the concern is going to be the credit cost that comes out during Q2. Keep an eye on that. That's going to be an important factor to watch out for all the NBFCs going forward. M&M Finance, overall disbursements have not done well. They're down by over 1%, coming in at 13,160 crores. Collection efficiency has remained quite flattish in terms of at 96% on a year-on-year basis. Stage 2, Stage 3 numbers, not much of an excitement there. So keep an eye out on M&M Finance. And lastly, Bank of Baroda on the back of its Q2 update. Deposits seeing a growth of around 9 to 10%. Overall advances also have seen a growth of 11% and standing at around, overall 4.8% growth in terms on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So interesting to watch out for how Bank of Baroda will also perform in trade.
Winnie, thanks a lot for that. We'll keep an eye out on all of these names. And lastly, Mangalam joins in with cues from the FNO space. Mangalam, good morning. A deep shade of red yesterday. What's the setup looking like now?
Well, no different. The GIFT Nifty is indicating a cut at 60 points to start things. It looks like the market's now in firm bear grip. Why do I say that? Because yesterday, At any point on the Nifty, if you went short, you would have made money. We ended at the absolute low point of trade, nearly 550 points shaved off, 1,000 points of the Nifty Bank, 1,300 for the Nifty mid-cap index as well. And today's start is likely to be weak as well. What are the factors at play in the market overnight? The first one is that Brent has spiked from close to 73, 74 when we closed to about 78. US September jobs data is due today, and there's massive FII selling. I mean, just to give you a perspective, all of the first 29 days of September, the FIIs bought about 20,000 crores. But in the last 2 days itself, they sold half of that. So the trend comes up for you. They sold about 10,000 crores on September 27th and September 30th. Come to October 1st, they sold about 9,700 crores. And yesterday, they sold close to around 15,000 crores in the cash market itself. That's index futures. I'm talking about the cash market trend. That should come up for you. 15,000 sell by FIIs in the cash market yesterday, perhaps one of the highest ever. In fact, if you look at the delivery selling as well, Reliance saw delivery selling of close to 4,000 crores, 3,000 crores for HDFC Bank. Axis Bank saw about 1,600 crores as well. And Infosys, L&T about 1,300 crores a pop too. Not only were they selling in cash market, in index futures, now the plate comes up for you. 10,000 crore worth selling, where they unwound almost lakh longs and they added close to around 60,000 shorts as well. So if you look at the FII index future contracts now, from 3.38 lakh, it's come down to 1.62 lakh itself. And the longs themselves have come down from 81% to 66%. Yes, the FII buying has been bought by HNIs here in India, clients increasing their long exposure from 37% to 47%. But it's important to track where the market goes. Yesterday, the 20-day moving average came into play where we broke below that. And now is the 50-day moving average that we're tracking in the Nifty, 25,000. That's where it is. And for the Nifty Bank, it's 51,555. A couple of stocks I'm watching out for. It's Granules and Malappuram. Both of them have entered FNO ban. But apart from that, we will keep an eye out on the overall market at large, index heavyweights in particular.
Not a pretty looking picture, Mangalam. Thanks a lot for that.